So this is going to be the theme for the December arena. In December, we're going to have a Wild West village. So it's going to be Wild West themed. When you enter in here, there's going to be a little village with a whole bunch of buildings, and I'll explain what the buildings are, and I'll explain how the rules are going to work. It's going to be very different from how it's worked in the past. So there's 5 main buildings that we're going to have here, and I'm hoping to get them all up by the opening weekend. So I'm going to explain how the top donators are going to get specific perks if they donate a lot in the first weekend. But we'll start off with the saloon here. So the saloon has stables around the outside, and you'll enter in through here. I'm going to be incorporating the musical instruments into the saloon because there's going to be musical instruments added in the next wipe through the DLC. So I'm going to be adding in musical instruments like the piano in here. Back here we got like a barbecue, some shelves for food, refrigerator. So this is like the bar area, and then over here we got like the poker table. And up here, this will be the saloon rooms, and this is going to be where the top donators will be able to have a stash spot. So basically, the top donators, the top 3 donators in the first weekend are going to get their own room for the entire wipe that they can keep here. And then you can design it however you want. I'll just set it up for you. The next thing will be the general store. So this is going to be the general store, and we're going to have 3 lanes to get into the three lines here, and we'll have the top two donators I think are going to get their own store here. One will be my store, and then the other 2 will be for the top 2 donators, and that will rotate each week. Each week, if you're a top donor, you'll be able to put a store in here, and then it'll be kind of a frequented area. So we got 2 furnaces, a refinery, and a watering hole over here. On this side, we got the workshop. So inside the workshop, we got a whole bunch of benches, tables, repair benches, all that kind of stuff. Over here is the county jail. County jail will act as the campground, but it will also be the respawn point, so when people go down, they'll respawn inside here. And finally, over here we have City Hall. So City Hall, it's going to have this little barbecue at the front for someone to stand at, and then a whole bunch of chairs around the outside. And then up at the top here, there'll be another observation platform that you can watch from on the 2nd floor here. And the rest of my stuff will be around the outside. I'm also probably going to put in a ladder so you can climb up to the top here and look out the windows if you want to do that as well. So the way it's going to work is you probably noticed that there's no spectator area this time, and that is because the spectators are actually going to be wandering around the town while the competition is going on. So the way it's going to work is all of the competitors are going to wear brightly colored clothing. Right now I'm thinking of using the Tough Bunny outfit that I've used in the past because it's bright pink and white, and it really stands out and makes it clear who's wearing it and who's not. But if anyone has any brightly colored clothing, I looked at the cowboy outfits and stuff that are already on Rust, and they're not really bright enough to really make someone stand out. So the competitors are going to be wearing brightly colored clothing, and the spectators are just going to be walking around the town. So you walk around, you maybe want to sit inside the saloon, maybe you want to stand on the top of the tower up here, call this the bell tower maybe, and just kind of wander around. Same with security. Security's going to be wandering around in their jackets, moving around, making sure everyone's following the rules. And the competitors each round are going to have to figure out where the other competitors are and only kill the other competitors. If you accidentally kill a security member or a spectator, you're out. So it's not just PvP. There's also an element of trying to figure out who's the right target. And the reason being is that so last month was the island, and I was going for kind of a sniping theme. This month with the Wild West theme is going to be kind of like picking your own targets, and the whole idea with it is that like not everyone is a good target in Rust, so you want to like pick your targets and make sure that they're the right one before you take them out. So there'll be a little bit of stalking involved as well, so if you see someone walking around that side, maybe you want to stalk them over here and like scout them out first before you actually take them down. The idea of this whole thing in terms of the PvP style comes a bit from Assassin's Creed multiplayer, which they don't have anymore, but in past games they had a multiplayer mode where you would blend in with the other NPCs around and then have to figure out who the other players are. And so that's how this kind of works, is you have to try and figure out who the other competitors are and then take them down, and not take down a spectator by accident. And then it'll be up to security to make sure that everyone's following the rules. So that's pretty much it. A lot of the combat's going to be focused on Wild West themed stuff. So I'm going to have like shootouts in the middle of town right here, revolver rounds, and other stuff like that. If you can think of anything else that kind of fits with the theme. I was also thinking of doing shotgun on horseback. Just riding around the town with shotguns on horseback. I think that'll be cool. So if you can think of any other ideas to add to this Wild West theme, that'll be cool. Otherwise, this is what it's going to look like right now. So if you want to get one of your rooms, a room inside the arena next wipe, be one of the top donators in the first week. And then throughout the wipe, if you want to run a store inside the general store, you can keep donating week by week to get one of those. So that's about it. Yeah, let me know what you think of the ideas, and hopefully this will come out well in December. The other thing I wanted to mention as well is I'm planning on doing an arena event on December 24th, which is Christmas Eve, because I know some people maybe aren't going to get a chance to be with their families and stuff like that. Like my family's going to be out of town. So maybe that day, if anyone doesn't really, if they're feeling down or they want to hang out with some buddies, I'm going to run an event on that day as well. I think it's in the middle of the week, but so there'll be a special Christmas themed arena event, and then also we're talking about doing Battle of the Bands. Debastid was mentioning that for the end of the wipe on December 31st, if people are around on New Year's. So yeah, stay tuned for more on that for the December arena.